Okay, today we are going to draw some textures, but we have to set up our practice area. So I have done that. I've taken out a piece of paper and I am going to divide my paper up. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a line. I've turned my paper portrait. So I'm just going to draw a line, and you can use a straight edge if you need to, a ruler if you need to. That's up to you. Then I'm going to divide that page in half, and then those two in half. And see how mine's not perfect? Yours does not need to be perfect. Okay? And then I'm going to draw another line coming across. And this is where I'm going to label my design. Okay, now I'm going to turn it landscape. And I'm going to go back and look at the texture examples. So here are the texture examples right here. And you can find this in our classroom. And so I'm going to choose to do one of them. And so some of these do not have names. So I may not be able to name them. But let's just say I wanted to do that one. I might call it the flower texture, zigzag, circle, scales. In fact, I think I'm going to do the scales. So let's get back over here. And right here, I'm going to write scales. And I'm going to do them really big because the bigger the texture is, the less I have to draw. Okay, I'm going to continue here. Okay, so as you can see, I have drawn my scales here really large to take up this really large space. Now I'm going to go and look for another texture. And let's see. Now these do have names. And some of these might be very difficult for you to do. Some of them may not. But you know, I'm going to do the tipple. Tipple. And that is basically small, medium, and large circles. So let's see how that looks. So I've started it. Small, medium, large, until I fill up that whole area. Remember, the bigger you draw, the less you have to draw. Notice I'm doing half circles there. Okay, I finished this texture. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to find some more. So by the time I'm finished, I should have 8 textures labeled and the textures in my sketchbook. So all of this should be filled up. And then I'm going to take a picture of it and put it in my graded sketchbook. Now remember, some of these you will more than likely use for your final design. So be cautious as to what you choose because you want to make sure that you choose wisely, something that you're able to do. Make sure to take a picture in your graded sketchbook. Okay, so I have finished mine. I'm trying to figure out how I can show you the whole thing here. I did a brick design, swirls, tipple, scales, cactus, wavy checkerboard, tree bark, and an egg design. So you can use my designs here. These are from that page, so you can use any of these that you'd like to use, or make sure that you use something from the pages that I gave you the examples from. And so once you're finished with this, like you see that I'm finished, the whole page is filled up. I drew extremely large. You need to draw large as well. Take a picture of this in your graded sketchbook.